Oh my God, I'm dying here. It's like 3/4 of a mile up a steep rocky hill. Good morning, campers. It is Sunday morning, April 24th. And we are headed up the trail now towards Annapolis Rocks, which is a little over 2 miles away. As you can see, I have a new shirt. My wife, my trail assistant, hi honey, sent me in my resupply box, and I sent home my long sleeve shirt. So this is short sleeve, but I can add arm sleeves. I have arm sleeves to protect my arms from the sun, which I will probably put on later because it is a sunny day. It could hit 80 today, believe it or not. Hard to believe, less than a week ago there was a snowstorm. So today's a big day, 13.8 miles to get to the shelter we want to go to. We're going to be doing 13, 14 mile days, maybe even a 15-mile day, in order to get to Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania on Friday. The trail goes right by the post office. I want to pick up a package. I got my resupply box and my bounce box. We did not stop at Annapolis Rocks because another hiker who's experienced and knows the area said that there's another spot 1.2 miles down called Black Rock, and she said it's the same view and you don't have to walk a 1/4 mile off trail to see the view and then a 1/4 mile back like you do with Annapolis Rocks. So that's where we're heading. Save us a 1/2 mile of walking and we'll get the same view. So we should be there shortly. There goes Ness with his umbrella. So I decided to put on my arm sleeves, protect myself from the sun. How do you like the look? And the sun is out. The trees in this forest have not filled in, as you can see. So I don't know where this Black Rock is. She said it was 1.2 miles, but I think we've gone farther than 1.2. So I don't know, maybe we passed it? Like these mushrooms form little shelves or something. Like little ledges. I know that we are way past where this Black Rock side trail is supposed to be. So I don't think I could have passed it without seeing it. It's either not there or it's way farther, or the person who told us that was confused. But we missed it. Nuts. Just when you think you're done with the rocks, and then you look ahead on the trail and you see that. Yep, that's a blaze right in the middle of that tree in the middle of the screen. And the problem is I have to cross all this to get there. Holy cow. First injury of the trip. That little tiny boo-boo right there. Going down the trail, my ankle started to turn and I didn't want to try to say it. I could tell, I'm like, oh boy, if I let this go any farther, I'm going to sprain my ankle. If I try to recover, I might do more damage because there's rocks on the other side. So I literally just started to crumple and did a tuck and roll. And kind of went down on that knee and then kind of rolled onto my arm and shoulder into the dirt because the dirt was right there. And that was just my instinct. So that's the way I'm least likely to get hurt. And I was right, fortunately. Anyway, I put a little rubbing alcohol on it just to, sterilize it. That's all. Can't even feel it. Oh, the Appalachian Trail is really just a jumble of rocks sometimes that you have to pick your way up and through and across and try not to get your foot wedged in between a couple of rocks or step on a loose stone or step on a sharp stone or twist your ankle, causes you to lose your balance. So this really slows you down, obviously. And you've got to pick your way through this kind of nonsense. especially when you got to do it while going uphill. So much more of that ahead of me. Ugh. It's a hot one out here today. Trees still not filled in. I got the sun behind me up there, beating on me. Thank goodness it's from behind, not my face. I wet down my bandana at the last creek and my arm sleeves. I wet these down to cool off my arms, cool off my head. And now it's almost all dry again. It could be worse. It could be snowing. It could be freezing rain. Or it could be even hotter than it is. This is interesting. It's a big open field I just came out onto. And the trail is right here. And if I zoom in over there, there's a post with a white blaze on it. Just out in the middle of the field. Not often you've seen me hiking with a big open view like that. Some big grassy field the trail cuts across. Almost a quarter mile, I'd say. Kind of a nice open walk. The trail, and I saw this bag, I thought, oh, somebody left some trash or dog poop, but look, it's a bag of trail magic. Took a little thing of Skittles. Anonymous trail magic right there. Some kind of old machinery. I'm wondering if that's an old farm implement of some kind. If so, that means this was farmland out here. That was just abandoned. And of course the forest grew up around it. But I don't know what kind of machine that would have been. Or part to a machine. It's been here a long time, you can tell though. Just here rusting away. Looks like an old rock wall there that extends down. But I don't know. They don't look like they're stacked on top of each other, just like looks like a pile, but it's fairly straight. So that would be a weird natural formation, or else it is an old rock wall that just kind of collapsed over the years. And now they've clear cut all this to put in these telephone and power lines. How scenic. Now this is definitely an old dry stone wall. You can see how the rocks, the stones were stacked up. I love this kind of stuff. I think this is a really cool piece of history. You know, it just makes me wonder about who owned this land, who built this wall. You know, they're long gone, but this wall will be here for ages. And what did this land look like when this wall was here? I wonder if anybody ever mapped all of these dry stone walls. I think that would be really cool. Whoa. High water warning. Well, the creek doesn't look too bad. I think I can cross it, no problem. Yeah, it's not dangerous to cross. Somebody put board across here. You can imagine though, after a good rainstorm, that this is probably raging pretty good. Nothing I hate more than a steep uphill push over rocky ground at the end of the day when the sun is beating down on me and I'm sweating and I'm hot and I'm tired and I'm sore and I'm hungry and I just want to get to camp. Oh my God, I'm dying here. It's like 3/4 of a mile up a steep rocky hill to get to the shelter. Oh God. Stop every couple of minutes to catch my breath and wipe the sweat off my face. And I still have to retrieve water. I decided not to stop to get water down toward the bottom of the hill because I would have had to wait for it to filter, number one. That could take a very long time with my filters. Number two, I would have had to carry at least 6.5 pounds of water, if not more, up this very steep 3/4 mile hill. So I decided I'll just carry what I have and go get my water, which is down a steep 0.3 mile trail, but at least I'll only be carrying the water bladder, not my whole backpack. Brutal day. Still don't have my trail legs. My cardiovascular system is still trying to catch up. little bit more ahead of me up that way. Doesn't look very steep, but believe me, after you've hiked over 13 miles in the sun and you're just exhausted and sweaty, your feet are burning and throbbing, you just want it to be over. Oh my God. Just got the Raven Rock shelter, and apparently there's a group of like 9 people in there, and as individual thru hikers we have the priority, so we could we have the right to sleep in there over them, but it's going to be a nice night, so it's not an issue, and I just assume that sleep with a bunch of people are going to be up late talking. So you can see there are a lot of people here. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 tents, including mine, and there may be 1 or 2 others that I can't see from here. I do want to show you my water filtration. I can't remember if I showed it to you before. So this is my Sunac 3-liter bag. Connects to a hollow membrane filter. From there I have an optional activated carbon filter that I added on just to give it some extra filtering. You can see how slow it's filtering. It's just dripping like an IV. It takes a very long time to filter. But this is my half-liter bottle. This is what I carry on my shoulder strap. The silver tape is to reflect the sun so it doesn't heat my water too much. I'm not drinking hot water. This is my 1-liter smart water bottle. You can see the size difference there. 1 liter versus a half-liter bottle. And that's going to get filled next. And then I have my 1.5-liter Evernew, which I've already filled. I've written my trail name on there. 1.5 liter. So that's already been filled. And I'm just filling up this one next because I like to use this when I brush my teeth. Little tent set up here. Nice little spot. I got a little tree stump. So my evening things for brushing my teeth and so on, getting ready for bed. And my tent.